How to use filter, map, and reduce in Python 3. Filter, map, and reduce work perfectly in Python 2. Here is an example. But in Python 3, I received the following outputs. I would appreciate if someone could explain to me why this is. Screenshot of code for further clarity.
You can read about the changes in what's new in Python 3.0. You should read it thoroughly when you move from 2x to 3x since a lot has been changed. The whole answer here are quotes from the documentation. Views and iterators instead of lists. Someone on Apis no longer return lists. Map and filter return iterators. If you really need a list, a quick fix is for example list map, but a better fix is often to use a list comprehension, especially when the original code uses lambda, or rewriting the code so it doesn't need a list at all. Particularly tricky is map invoked for the side effects of the function. The correct transformation is to use a regular for loop, since creating a list would just be wasteful. Built-ins. Removed reduce. Use functools.reduce if you really need it. However, 99% of the time an explicit for loop is more readable.
The functionality of map and filter was intentionally changed to return iterators, and reduce was removed from being a built-in and placed in functools.reduce. So, for filter and map, you can wrap them with lists to see the results like you did before. The recommendation now is that you replace your usage of map and filter with generators, expressions, or list comprehensions. Example. They say that for loops are 99% of the time easier to read than reduce, but I'd just stick with functools.reduce. Edit, the 99% figure is pulled directly from the What's New in Python 3.0 page authored by Guido van Rossum.
As an addendum to the other answers, this sounds like a fine use case for a context manager that will remap the names of these functions to ones which return a list, and introduce reduce in the global namespace. A quick implementation might look like this. With a usage that looks like this. Which prints? Just my 2-cent smile.
Since the reduce method has been removed from the built-in function from Python 3, don't forget to import the functools in your code. Please look at the code snippet below.
One of the advantages of map, filter and reduce is how legible they become when you chain them together to do something complex. However, the built-in syntax isn't legible and is all backwards. So, I suggest using the pyfunctional package, this URL. Here's a comparison of the two. Pyfunctional version. Very legible syntax. You can say, I have a sequence of flight destinations, out of which I want to get the dict key if city is in the dict values. Finally, filter out the empty lists I created in the process. Default Python version. It's all backwards. You need to say, Okay, so, there's a list. I want to filter empty lists out of it. Why? Because I first got the dict key if the city was in the dict values. Oh, the list I'm doing this to is flight_destinations_dict.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.